Hello, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Danganronpa Antebellum. It's been a minute. I'm very sorry. It's been a couple weeks since I played this game. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit rusty on the case because we're doing the trial today, and I am very, very rusty when it comes to the details of what went down. I'm very sorry about it. So I'm gonna put a disclaimer at the beginning because I know it's probably gonna be infuriating to watch me not remember anything. But it has been 2 weeks since I played. I couldn't record last week, but I'm here. I'm back. Feeling okay for now. But we're going to start the trial, and I'm very excited. I do still have some ideas about who it might be. Like I suspect that maybe Ray is a bit of a, mastermind behind it, like a puppeteer. That he's not the Blackened per se. Like he might have pulled the strings, but I don't know if he's actually the Blackened. We'll find out though. But before I do, I wanted to go into the options menu. And lower the background music even more. It's pretty low at the moment. However, I know that some of the voices can be extremely low. So I really just want to make sure we can hear their voices. So I'm going to make it 20%. That's like as low as it can go without turning it off completely. I think this is okay. But yeah, let's go. Let's get right into it. I'm excited.
All right, if you don't mind me taking charge, I believe we should start with.
I don't trust you to be in charge. I'm sorry.
Did I tell you that you could start yet?
Look at, oh my god. Look at this.
No respect. Honestly, what have I ever done to you?
Keep us against our will, force us to kill each other, holding our loved ones hostage, making our criminal offenses, and deepest, darkest secrets.
To be honest, I really like Mononeko. I really like the mascot characters. They're always kind of funny.
Details. Back on track. Let's start with a simple explanation of the class You know what? Fuck it. You already know all this shit, and clearly you guys think you're too cool for me. So just start or something.
All right, I would like to start with our locations during the time of the murder. I myself got a note directing me to the infirmary.
I don't trust a word coming out of his sleazy little mouth.
I similarly got a note like that. Clearly, they got a hold of my secret.
I was in the infirmary with them. Got a cool little note talking about all the weird ways we all made money.
Okay. Okay, Takiko, I still think you're gonna kill somebody one of these days.
Did you guys know that street magicians steal your money? That's wild.
I'm gonna take a wild guess here and say I don't think street magicians are meant to do that.
No, I don't think so.
Well, that's what Razy did. And that's not even his crime.
No, what are you playing at? You did what?
Not right now. We have bigger things to discuss.
Wait, but
I said after the trial.
I really have a feeling that he's involved somehow. He did the weird hypnosis thing on Eiichi and the other two. And I think he did something. I really do. I don't know what though. Oh. Taro's, he's a mess.
If you're so insistent, then where were you, Carmine?
Medicine storage. Mitt and Shinku were also there. They can back me up. Sorry, smartass, but your plan to catch me off guard failed.
And what were you doing there?
was a setup. Amelia was given information about me that made her invite me there, and Mint joined shortly after due to a note.
So, were certain people fed information with the knowledge that they would try to lure those other people involved out? Like, they all got different notes. Were they all just sent by one of the people who was in the room? Am I even making any sense? I don't know if I'm making sense, but like, clearly the note that Shinku got was sent by Amelia. We know this. She said so. What about the note that Takiko and the other two got? Did one of them send it? Like, were certain people fed certain bits of information knowing that they would use it? But then again, that seems risky, doesn't it? Like, it seems like a risky move for the Blackened to do, because you don't know what other people are gonna do. My brain is, I don't even know if I'm making any sense. I'm so confused.
That's 6 people with notes. I am starting to notice a pattern.
But me and Kyo got sus notes. None at all. 0.
When is she gonna go back to normal? I'm a little suspicious of her, only because of what the hypnosis has done to her. I don't know though. Like, I'm not super suspicious of her, but you know, I don't know.
Thanks.
And I hate this guy.
Don't you feel special? Everyone hated you so much, no one gave you a note. Whoa! Me and Katara both got notes about forgery. We were in the gym, but I sensed something was off.
You made us leave really quickly. If only we were quicker.
Kataro's voice is a little too low. Like, I can hear everybody else okay, but
I miss him. I miss him.
I hope you can hear him. I don't know.
Yes, I know it sucks, and I'm trying very hard to be empathetic. But sweetie, we do need to focus on the trial. Me and Suki were both invited to Lab 1 due to notes relating to our involvement in pageants. That's true. So that leaves the only other person without a note being...
Taka can't even speak yet.
And he was attacked, so...
And I genuinely thought it was Kyoshi. But it was Taka on the floor. I was like, what? There's 2 victims? I was bamboozled.
Taka may have an alibi due to him being attacked, but what about Kiyoshi and Alora? They have no notes and currently no alibi.
Like, as creepy as Kiyoshi is, I really don't think he has anything to do with any of this.
Well, my dear, I'm glad you asked.
Ew.
Kyoshi kept me in this room being disgusted by my very existence. Yay!
What?
Disgusted is a strong word, darling.
Ew. The way he says, darling. Ugh. Gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Revolted!
Nevertheless, we both have alibis. We were with each other the entire time.
So, wait, do we all have alibis?
See, I was thinking something along the lines of, what if Eiichi was, manipulated through the hypnosis to do something to himself? But then we wouldn't be having a trial if that were the case, would we? Because I think there is a Blackened. I don't know, something's weird. Unless we don't have the timing of the murder, right? Like, see, this is the problem. I don't remember the investigation. When we got, like, the Mononeko file, we didn't get the time, right? There was something specifically left out of the basic information of his death. So, we don't really know. I think it was the time of death. We don't know the time of death, or we don't know the cause of death. Or it's both. Genuinely, I have no idea. I can't remember. All I remember is we didn't actually get to look at the scene really. Like, we were just told that something happened. Like, I wish we could have been able to like look and maybe try to see if there was little clues on like his wrist or his neck or like, you know, like something to suggest that it wasn't self-inflicted. Then
Then what? Speak. Finish your goddamn sentences, my lord.
I don't know why I find the mono character so funny.
Then how could this murder have even taken place?
I sense a debate is about to break out. Uh-oh. I don't like the non-stop debates. I'm very bad at them. A non-stop debate is about to start. When an argument you can refute comes up, it'll show as a yellow text. You will then get the option to refute it with one of your available truth bullets, and well, you know how this goes. If you're playing this fangan, you probably played a million other fangans. Okay. Fair, fair. Not a million, but a fair share amount. I'm still bad at it. Or you haven't, in which case I would recommend playing other RPG Maker fangans, as you're not really reaching the bottom of the barrel here. No, it's so good. I love this game. Mysterious notes. Footprints. Bloody fingers. Eiichi had bloody fingers, right?
So we were all busy? Then maybe the murder occurred before the meetings?
It's possible. I'm gonna continue to see what everyone else has to say and then go back a second time and see if I can figure it out that way.
But how would the killer plant the notes while committing the murder? Unless the notes were placed after the murder.
Isn't that basically what she just said? Like, didn't she say that the murder occurred before the meetings with the notes? He just said the exact same thing she said. Yoshi, like, ugh. I'm just, ugh.
But what's the point distracting everyone after it's all done? Unless you wanted to hide the time of the murder, that is.
I think that is what it is.
Well, with the fact all of us were busy at the time, is it possible Eiichi committed suicide?
He didn't. I want to try to refute this. I have 8 seconds.
That's wrong.
Oh, I got it right. I'm amazed. I've never gotten it right on the first time. Ever. Ever. If you've watched me play any of these games, never. I have to edit so much out.
Suicide.
No, literally, I have to edit so much out of the trials all the time. I'm so proud of myself. Okay. But yeah, no, it wasn't. There wouldn't be a trial if it were. Like, this isn't like original Danganronpa Chapter 4, you know?
And why would that be?
The bloody fingerprints. It indicates that Eiichi, until the very end, tried to get out of the ropes.
I'm still so sad. Why did it have to be Eiichi? I loved doing his accent. Can I pet that dog?
See? It's what I've been telling you all. Eiichi wouldn't want to die.
Still, that could just indicate Eiichi regretted the decision at the last minute.
Look at his face. Look at his creepy face. Ugh.
Okay, but what would have Eiichi even stepped on to hang himself with?
There is no riddle about hanging yourself with an ice block.
What?
I'm gonna say there was no giant ice block incident in this murder, Lori.
Taco knows something. 100% Taco knows something, and the fact that he can't talk is obviously a huge part of this. So that is also another reason why I think Ray has some kind of hand in it. Why else would he hypnotize Taka so he can't speak? And then Taka was involved in this. He clearly knows. He knows. I feel like he knows who did it. And he's not going to be able to talk until the end of the trial. That's how it's going to be.
So it's back to looking at timings to see who could have done it.
No, because we never got the time of death, did we?
I don't think there's a point in doing that.
Huh? Why?
Why isn't there a use in looking at the timings? Were there broken clocks? See, this is the problem. I don't remember.
Got it.
Oh, apparently there were.
Clocks around the lab were broken, weren't they?
Oh, goodness. Of course. The killer must have done that themselves.
I don't know, Yui.
So you're saying the killer specifically sabotaged the clocks to hide the exact timings of when each meeting occurred?
Yes. Yes, 100%.
That actually makes sense.
Sorry. What am I doing? Okay.
Alrighto, let's move on then. No use discussing alibis.
Wait, hold up. So, the killer organized and orchestrated all the meetings and set up the clocks?
Yes.
I know it may shock you, but that's actually what we've been discussing this entire time.
Oi, you don't get to sass me, fucko. What I'm saying is all of this seems very planned. The murder was definitely premeditated. It wasn't a spontaneous thing.
Well, yeah, obviously. There's nothing about this that was spontaneous. It had so much planning.
So then why is Taka, you know?
He knows. He knows who did it. He was there.
The attack on him did seem very rushed.
I wonder if he had just like stumbled into it. Like he wasn't supposed to see it, but he ended up seeing who did it, and then they had knocked him out. But then why wouldn't they just kill him? They killed Eiichi. Why wouldn't they just kill Taka too?
But the rest of it seems planned.
If the killer was this super-minded genius who could plan everything so freakishly, then why did Taka's attack seem so lazy?
I mean, it's a good point. Why wouldn't they just kill Taka? I don't understand.
Yeah, oi! We may know that the notes and timing were organized, but what about the actual murder?
It has to have been.
You're being simple-minded. Can't you see all the little things the killer did?
What I see is my friend is dead, and Taka got off scot-free. How is that fair?
This is bad. They're letting their emotions get ahead of their logic. I've got to find one piece of evidence that definitely proves this was premeditated, despite Taka. Okay, I'm saving. Welcome to Hangman's Rush. In this minigame, you have to run around collecting dolls. Each doll will contain a letter of the word that you're looking for. What? Once you've collected all the dolls, you will have to figure out what they spell to get the key to the puzzle. Good luck remembering what you've forgotten. I feel like that's a dig. I feel like that's a dig at me because I haven't played in ages. Oh. S. Click. T. I'm stuck. Oh my gosh. G. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? N. I. There's more. Where are the other ones? One up here. I almost didn't see her. R. Strings, obviously. It's the only one that's like...
No use arguing that this wasn't premeditated.
That was a bit anxiety-inducing, not gonna lie.
Especially considering the strings present at the scene of the crime.
What about them?
Think about it. They were tied to Eiichi, and they were tied to the spotlights.
I see now. The strings indicate that there was once a trap there.
I don't trust you.
Shit, that also explains how someone was able to overpower Eiichi when he was the strongest here.
And that light attached to the spotlight means that spotlight could have easily have been tilted in his eyes to stun him if he tried to fight back.
Yeah.
And if this murder wasn't premeditated, the strings would not be there.
Yeah, there's no way this wasn't premeditated. He knows. Can't he just point? Point to the person?
So, it was all a setup?
All of this was.
Taka must have ruined their plan or something by walking in. Since he didn't get a note, they probably didn't account for him being around during the murder.
They
probably thought I'd take him with me.
Yeah, probably. I think that was a safe bet to make. You were attached at the hip.
Hold on! Eiichi could be a bit dumb, but he wasn't stupid enough to walk into an obvious trap!
Not stupid enough unless a certain suggestion influenced him.
Huh?
Ray, what the fuck did you do?
I do think Ray is playing some kind of role, but I also, at the same time, I don't think he's the Blackened, and I don't think he's gonna be executed.
Nothing, I assure you.
Look at his face. I don't trust a single aspect of this dude.
Bullshit. You gave both Taka and Alora hidden suggestions and just so happened to forget Eiichi.
No way.
Ray, my dude, it is kinda hard to buy you did nothing.
Hypnosis is physically unable to make someone do something that goes against their morals. So, hypothetically, if I did give Eiichi a secret suggestion, it would have no effect on the murder.
Man! Hypnosis! Cool!
When is she gonna stop? At the end, I'm guessing.
Please, Ray, someone died. We need you to be honest here.
He doesn't care that someone died. He doesn't have any empathy.
I told you, I did nothing.
Liar boy.
If it weren't for you, Taka would have been able to scream for help, and this could have been prevented.
You should have been able to snap out of it if you wished. Not my fault.
We'd also still have Alora to help us out during this trial.
Hey, I'm still useful. I have a PhD, Four Eyes.
It's really not my fault if you rely on a single person to do anything around here.
Mr. Ray? Stop it!
Oh?
Oh?
Stop trying to protect me. It's fine. I don't care if they all hate me.
What?
I just want Ichi's killer dead.
Wait. Whoa. What? Ray is protecting Kotaro? Huh?
Oh? Did you murder Eiichi brutally? Glad you're admitting to it.
No. But I think this might be my fault.
What?
Do continue.
Ichi always talked so sadly about this old friend he had who was also in the lab. I never learned about who it was, but he talked about how they were childhood friends. And that their relationship started straining during their teen years.
As it usually does with childhood friends, let's be honest.
And I thought if I could just get Ichi to trust others more, he could repair that friendship. I just wanted to repay him for everything he'd done for me.
What did you do, Kotaro?
So as soon as I proposed the hypnosis show, Kotaro talked with me. And I agreed to give Eiichi the suggestion to be more trusting and forgiving of old friends.
Okay.
But I hardly see how that's relevant to the murder, so let's just continue.
Of course it's relevant. Because he would trust anybody who tried to lure him anywhere. Because of that.
Please, I think I might have to employ a no intense mental breakdowns in the trial rule. Because honestly, this is a murder case, not free therapy and Alcoholics Anonymous.
Oh my god. Eiichi told me about him knowing someone in this lab. Tried to warn me about them. But there's no use focusing on that now when I don't have anything to prove who it is. My thoughts are cut off by someone else speaking.
Okay, bozos. If we know we were manipulated by those notes, and many of those notes contained our secrets from that motive, then who the fuck would be able to get that many secrets? We all only got one, right? No one just got all of them. Nah, it's totally the case everyone completely hates you. Even Monomeko. So you only got one, when we all got like 20!
Bite me.
Did you really have to make her so sassy?
I think it's amusing.
Ditto. Anywho, that is a good point on Amelia's end.
I don't think it's the case that Monica played favorites.
Even if I totally would.
Right. Someone must have gotten them another way. That must have been through...
I don't know. Blackmail, bribery, the missing monopads.
Got it. Those monopads in Lyra's room. I found them before the trial.
Oh yeah, they were in Lyra's room. I don't think it's Lyra. No way.
Lyra, you stole those from us, didn't you?
Why would she do that though?
Lyra, speak to me. Why did you have our secrets?
No, Lara, you didn't. Did you?
I kind of feel bad for Ismene. She's losing all her friends.
Fuck me.
You had everyone's secrets, Lili?
Lili? Why would she have everyone's secrets?
Answer me. This isn't a game anymore. It's...
Oh.
You won't like any answer I can give you.
She also knew to get out of the gym and go to the lecture hall. You knew something was going to happen.
And if you weren't too reluctant to leave, we could have stopped it, huh? What can I say to convince you that it wasn't me?
Maybe start by reassuring me that everything about you isn't a complete and total lie.
Oh my god, stop trying to help her. Let her crash and burn. She'll learn. Trust me.
Okay, Laura, you're being a little creepy.
The attention just encourages her.
It's her. She did it. She did it. Lyra killed my best friend.
I don't think it's her. Like, I think she's a bit sketchy, especially stealing all their monopads. But at the same time, I don't know if it's her. Like, there's no way, right? Why would she do that?
I didn't. My god, give me 2 seconds to speak.
And there's no way we would find out who did it so early on in the trial. How long has it been? Like half an hour or something?
I hate you. I hate you so much. I hope you die.
Katara, please calm down.
Hold on. Stop that.
Why should I? She deserves it. She deserves all of it.
You're being irrational and stupid.
You're being irrational and stupid.
Me? Stupid? I know more than some of you will ever learn in your whole lives. I'm special.
What? Tara, what are you doing?
Eiichi told me so.
Then be open-minded and think about this. You and Lyra met up in the gym, right?
Yeah.
Do you realize how far away that is from the lecture hall?
It's on a completely different side of the lab.
Exactly. If the murder occurred closely to the time of the meetings, or even during some of them, how would Lili even be able to get to the lecture hall to commit the murder?
But then that circles back again. We don't know the time. We don't know the time of death. That's the problem. So it's very possible he could have been dead for hours before they got the notes. Like, I doubt it, but like, he could have been, it's possible.
That distance would take a while to travel.
Haka knows something, and I want to know what he knows.
But then again, we don't know the exact time the murder occurred.
Yeah, thanks to someone deciding to fuck up the clocks.
Yeah, it was done on purpose. Whoever did that is like pretty smart, relatively smart.
So, unless the murder took place long before the meetings, there's no way it could be Lili.
I feel a debate starting. Oh god. Maintenance door. Broken clocks. What was the maintenance door? Footprint. What were the footprints?
The murder must have been during the meetings. could have knocked himself out to put off suspicion.
No way. It's not Taka. I'm gonna continue.
It's clear the murder couldn't have occurred too close to the meetings. There's no way someone could have left the lecture hall without being seen.
Well, they clearly couldn't have done it early in the morning.
How do we know that? I don't know.
As I was in the lecture hall at that point.
I wish I could go and look at the truth bullets. Can I look at them? I don't think I can. Is it possible?
Man, it's so sad his parents never taught him to speak. Maybe he witnessed the whole thing, and we never know.
He did. He witnessed the whole thing. I know this already. I've got to focus. There must be something I'm missing.
Must have been during the meetings.
How do I fast forward? Remember any of the controls?
Entirely unaccounted for. He could have knocked himself out to put off suspicion.
Should I refute this? Because there's no way he did that. No.
There's no way someone could have left the lecture hall without being seen.
I'm sorry, every time he talks, his voice reminds me so much of Zuko from Avatar. And it's throwing me off because Zuko is one of my favorite characters ever. And just the fact that a voice that reminds me of Zuko is attached to this is throwing me off. That's it. Sorry. Again, I had to edit. Because I'm dumb. I was doing a trial and error trying to refute everything with everything.
That maintenance door.
I don't remember much about the maintenance door. Was it like one of the things you had to climb up and then there was a door up there that you could escape, you could leave through? I don't remember though. I don't know what. I thought I just heard a crash. What the heck?
And what then? Walk across the pipes?
Well, Kyo, some people didn't fail PE like you did and can actually balance.
What's with that face?
Well, considering the footprints, it's safe to say the killer most likely left that way.
And they could have easily plopped down onto the ground and entered any of the rooms in Lab Side 1 without any detection.
So, it's someone on that side of the lab?
Am I supposed to remember the map of the lab? Because
But that doesn't make sense.
does it make sense? Huh?
If Lyra couldn't have committed the murder, then why did she have all our secrets?
I don't know. Something completely. I don't know if she's completely innocent, but I don't think she has anything to do with this murder. I think maybe she had some ulterior motives, maybe a little nefarious, but I don't think she has anything to do with. I don't know though. I don't know, and I'm second guessing myself constantly.
Yeah, and how'd she know something was gonna happen?
Did she? That's the thing. Did she know something was gonna happen?
Please answer me.
I kind of feel bad for Ismene. She's like, she just keeps, all of her friends just. This just keeps happening.
But for once in your life, you. I can't.
Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing, Lyra?
What's it all been worth if I just tell you?
What?
You're not making sense, you fool.
I can't tell you. So just blame me and hate me, okay? Easier that way and all that shit.
Is it like what? How is that easier? They're going to frame you for murder. So why don't you just explain? What could be so bad that you'd rather get blamed for killing Eiichi than say? Seriously.
No, there must be a reason. There's always a reason.
Why is he sweating? Why is he nervous?
I'm not some fucking case study for you all to psychoanalyze, Jesus Christ.
Unfortunately, I did need to psychoanalyze her. She could be the key to everything. I had to find the answer. Why was Lyra Chattel doing this? Oh, here we go again. Welcome to Cat's Conundrum. In this minigame, you will run through a maze in a game of cat and mouse, trying to navigate your way to the end to find your answer to a particular question. I have to go through a maze? Neko units in the maze will try and harm you and throw your logic off. Avoid them at all costs. What? This is giving me flashbacks to Danganronpa Another Chapter 6.5. Please no. When you get to the end of the maze, you'll be presented with 3 options. You must read the signs by the path. Go down the path that makes the most sense, and if it's correct, you'll succeed. Good luck. What the heck? What the heck? Wait, stop. They corner me? I can't just stay and wait for them to move? They actually corner me. Oh. Oh, I'm absolutely screwed. Screwed. Just completely screwed. Genuinely. See you in the next edit. Ah, yeah. You went down the path of blackmail? Correct. Oh, never mind. I didn't have to edit. That was not what I was expecting. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I feel a little bit better now that I did it without having to edit it out. She's being blackmailed. Like, yeah, maybe she's a non-compliant, compliant English. I don't know it. But like, maybe she has no choice but to do this because she's being blackmailed. She has no choice but to be like an accessory to the murder. Like, does she know who it is and just can't say because she's being blackmailed? I don't know. Or does she just know she's being blackmailed and not by whom?
Someone must have taken your secret. That's why Mononeko said yours was unavailable when I asked.
Guess you guys are just too smart for me, huh?
But whatever they're blackmailing you with must have been super messed up if you got everyone's secrets to avoid it being leaked.
Claire, can you tell us who's blackmailing you?
I wonder if she even knows.
I wish.
Yeah, she doesn't know.
Unfortunately, the sneaky bitch has just been communicating with me through notes in my room.
Like, this has been going on a long time. Like, this plan to execute this has been brewing.
Said if I didn't get them all, they'd tell everyone my secret.
How bad could it be? You become complacent to this. Complacent, compliant? Why do I keep trying to say these words? Because I don't know which one. Like an idiot. Okay. But like, how bad could your secret be that you would actually do these things and let the blackmailer win? I don't know. Maybe it is bad. I don't know.
What is it? It can't be that bad.
That's what I just said.
Trust me, dude. If you heard that secret, I don't think I'd be breathing by the end of tomorrow.
Look at her face. Look at her eyeballs. Ugh.
Well, that's not completely fucking ominous, is it?
Listen, I'll tell you one day, but not right now.
What is it? I'm curious now. I'm morbidly curious.
Shit. I'm really
Me too, bud.
Regardless, we should get on with the case.
Can't with his voice because it's really throwing me off that it sounds like a beloved character and it belongs to him.
Sounds like a solid plan to me.
Well, we know it can't be anyone who was on lab side 2. So that leaves me, Yui, Ismene, Takiko, and Rei.
Okay, but that just leaves Ismene, Asuga, and Rei, doesn't it?
So quick to make assumptions. Slay!
He let out a heavy sigh.
Wait, why are we ruling out Takiko and Yui so quickly?
I think Takiko's going to kill someone, but I don't think she did this one. I think she's going to be the chapter 3 murderer when 2 people die. She's going to kill 2 people because I think she's evil deep down.
Have you seen them? They're built like goddamn twigs. How could they overpower Eiichi?
I wouldn't rule out Yui, to be honest. I suspected her last time. I think she's capable.
That is a good point.
So 3 suspects left. We can do this. We can kill Ichi's murderer.
I don't think it's a good idea to rule out the thinner, you know, less likely to be able to overpower him ones. I think that's a bad idea.
Hold on. We can't instantly rule out those 2.
Thank you.
Do you not have eyes, Noodle Boy? Anyone can throw those 2 against the wall.
Noodle boy. But then, if Eiichi was under the influence of Rei, who had influenced him to be more trusting of his friends, even if it was someone really small, if they just suggested he do something, he would do it because he's trusting of them. They wouldn't have to overpower him, per se. Physically, that is. Mentally, however, is a different story.
I do doubt I could even start anything with Ichi.
Still, who says there was a physical conflict? They could have attacked them in a different way.
Mentally.
Do you have any proof of that?
No, just a hunch. This is bad. I need to find a way to prove my point before they automatically rule out 2 suspects. Maybe I can find something to back up someone else. This non-stop debate is going to be a tad bit different. Great, thanks! Not that I struggle enough as it is. In this non-stop debate, you're going to have to actually collaborate with people. Wow. In this debate, you're not going to be arguing against people. You're trying to find a statement that you agree with and then shoot it with a bullet of evidence to back their statement up. Oh, okay. We've seen this. Good luck. Stage light tilted. Fabric in the vent. Footprints. Okay.
You're being stupid. Have you even seen the 2 of them? There's no way they could overpower Eiichi.
True, I agree with that, but that's not what this is about.
Is there even any proof there was physical conflict?
Exactly.
And even if there was one, isn't it entirely possible the killer could have caught him off guard?
No.
In that lecture hall? How would they even do that? Unless they weren't even killed there.
No, I think he was killed there.
There's plenty of ways to distract someone. The killer could have made a really loud noise. Just like that.
No.
Please shut up, darling.
Shut up, darling. Stop. Why do I like his voice? I've got to focus. There must be something I'm missing.
You're being stupid.
What am I supposed
Have
to...
you even seen the 2 of them? There's no way they could overpower Eiichi.
Am I... I'm so confused. I am Confucian.
Is there even any proof there was physical conflict? And even if there was one, isn't it entirely possible the killer could have caught him off guard?
That's it.
Yeah, okay. I figured. They had mentioned it before. They used the spotlight to shine into his eyes so he'd get, you know, I don't know the word.
That's it. Takiko noticed the position of the spotlight had shifted. The killer must have tilted it to get it into Eiichi's eyes mid-conflict, distracting him.
Indeed, that's how they must have gotten him into that string trap.
The strings must have been placed so they could easily tug it towards his line of sight. Goodness, just to what degree was this all planned?
To the nth degree. I really feel like this has been planned for a long time. I don't know how long. Possibly since right after Dracul's murder, to be honest. I don't know. When all the secrets started going out, maybe.
It does appear like it was planned for quite a while.
Wow! All of you must have been super dumb to not have noticed them planning it sooner.
Silence. The others may be, but I am not intellectually challenged.
Well, since they've most likely been planning it since they blackmailed me to get all your secrets, isn't it reasonable to assume they've had this in mind before the hypnosis show was even planned?
It's possible.
To think someone may have tried to sabotage my wonderful show.
I don't think you're all that innocent either, Ray, okay? I really don't. I don't think you're the blackened, but I don't think you're innocent.
Your wonderful show stopped someone from screaming for help, possibly got someone killed, and ruined my muse.
Ugh.
It's quite literally not my fault you don't get any bitches aside from me, Kyo. You don't even get her.
Wait, so if it was planned before the party, was there any hints at the party that something was even being set up?
Well, Kotaro and Eiichi were in charge of security, with Mint and Amelia helping here and there.
See, I'm very concerned because throughout this chapter, we've gotten the backstory of Mint. And I always get nervous when they start to give us the characters' backstories. Because you know what's gonna happen. So I'm a little scared.
And I guarded the door perfectly, so it's not my fault.
Shut up, Kotaro. You helped Maiko last time. You could have done it again.
I didn't help Maiko, and I wouldn't ever hurt Eiichi. If you're so smart, what did you do?
Well, for your information, short-ass, I checked the stage and set up the spotlights.
Did you see anything on them?
Nope, no strings or any of that shit.
And what was Mint in charge of?
The vents. Why do you ask?
What do you mean? What? We found the fabric in the vent, didn't we? Didn't we? Mint. Mint. No. No. It's not you. It's not you. No. No.
And you didn't see the fabric stuffed in there during the show?
No, I promise.
With the stage and lights, people can back up not seeing them either. But with the vents, it was only you checking them, Mint. So, how can anyone back up your claims?
Uh-oh.
You better not be lying.
Uh-oh.
He probably is lying. He probably killed Eiichi. He did it. He did it.
Okay, calm down, Kotaro. Seriously.
Calm your titties, lovely. Do you have any proof?
Yeah, where's the proof? Minty couldn't do any of that.
Do I have to point out the fact his gardening shears were at the scene of the crime?
No, they weren't. You're being stupid. If they were there, smartass, then why didn't anyone see them?
She took them, didn't she? Didn't Amelia... She messed with the scene, didn't she? We saw her do it. Right? Am I remembering incorrectly?
I saw them.
Zip it, Shinku.
Yeah, I think Shinku saw, and he saw her pocket them and take them out because she didn't want Mint to get blamed.
You've been trying to conceal a comically scissor-shaped object behind your jacket this entire trial. You're not subtle, my dude. Just admit your friend could have done it.
Shut up! It can't be Minty!
While Amelia's way of trying to protect him is inconvenient, I really don't think it's Mint either.
I sure hope not. Please no. I know we got his backstory, but please no.
Thank you.
So, can we just move on from this ridiculous accusation and focus on...
Nuh-uh. You're stupid.
See? She's gonna kill somebody. She's gonna kill somebody. 100%.
You're being a big hypocrite. That's no fair. Play fair already.
She's being weird now.
You didn't rule me and Yui out earlier, so you can't rule out Mint's involvement somehow. So let's play until your mind is back on the right track, okay?
Oh boy. A rebuttal showdown is about to start. Yay! It's a lot different this time. Your aim is to run around to collect all of your thoughts, aka all of the sparkles you see around the map. However, while doing this, you must avoid the person you're arguing against. If they touch you, then you'll take damage. After 2 rounds of this, you will be given one final question to solve. Oh boy, here we go. Good luck. Takiko is OP as hell.
Mint's been involved with gangs before. No wonder he wanted to blackmail Lai. He probably works for that awful, stupid man.
Why am I incapable of moving around?
He arrived after you and Amelia to that meeting?
That he arrived after you and...
Your bias, he's controlling you.
Okay, what's that? What am I supposed to do?
Taki, your argument against Mint just involves his past involvement hiding evidence for gangs. I hardly see how that's relevant. Besides, we already ruled out the people on lab side 2. They couldn't have gotten to the lecture hall in time.
Right, but we don't know the time of death. Shinku, please.
Oi!
Oi!
Not 100% what happened.
Oi!
No one else checked the vents. He could have easily lied.
She's coming at me! Oh my god! She killed me.
Sure, maybe it isn't Mint, but he must have some involvement.
Where did I go wrong? I kept walking into her, so now here we go again. Here we go again. Because I can't do anything right the first time.
Mint's been involved with gangs before. No wonder he wanted to blackmail Lai. He probably works for that awful, stupid man.
Okay.
Isn't it convenient that he arrived after you and Amelia to that meeting?
The whole thing is we don't know the time of death.
Controlling you.
Biases? Taki, your argument against Mint just involves his past involvement hiding evidence for gangs. I hardly see how that's relevant.
Okay, I gotta focus.
Besides, we already
We're gonna
ruled
do
out
it.
the people on lab side 2. They couldn't have gotten to the lecture
I'm not
hall.
gonna fail. Famous last words.
But it was the most likely
This is not easy. I'm not gonna lie to you.
happened. No one else checked the vents. He could have easily lied.
She's coming at me.
Sure, maybe it isn't Mint, but he must have some involvement.
She's going faster and faster each time.
If he has no involvement in this case, what were his gardening shears used for?
I don't know. Climbing the curtain, cutting the strings, hurting Taka. I don't know.
I'll rewrite those words.
I guessed. Was that right?
Shears were probably used for cutting the strings. The initial string trap must have been the strings around Eiichi's arms.
So you're saying they restrained him first with the trap, then hung him with the rope around his neck?
Sorry, my elbow hurts really bad all of a sudden. Okay. Oh, that's not good. I'm out of an arm, I think.
And they must have used the gardening shears to cut the strings later to quicken the hanging.
So the shears were simply used for one job, and to frame Mint.
I can assure you, I didn't murder anyone.
I really hope not, Mint, please.
Another great defense! Your Honor, I couldn't murder them because I said so.
At least they're acting as a good stand-in for Taka while he's MIA.
I wish this whole hypnosis thing would just wear off so he can just say who it is, because Taka clearly knows.
More importantly, we can conclude that Mint wasn't lying about the vents being empty during the party.
Not to mention, we can rule him out and just focus on the people who are in lab side 1.
But then, what was the point of the fabric anyway?
I think it's fairly simple.
Care to grace us all with your knowledge if it's so simple?
Please do grace me with your knowledge because I'm stupid.
Yui.
Sorry, I'm really trying to be nicer.
Well, consider. 3 of us were situated to meet in the infirmary. A room right next to the lecture hall.
Oh, shit. If the vents weren't blocked, it's likely you'd be able to hear some noises coming from the hall.
Exactly. The vents were blocked with fabric to act as soundproofing, for if Eiichi got loud.
Which makes sense, because I don't think Eiichi would just let the killer gag him without a fight first.
But he might. If he trusted them.
Did say to only fight back in self-defense.
But I don't know. If he really trusted them, would he fight back?
Our culprit here really thought things through.
See, it sounds like he's like, wow, our culprit here is so smart. Like, it feels like he's tooting his own horn. And like, I don't know.
Certainly, but all the notes, the traps, the blackmailing, the little details in the lecture hall.
What a little weirdo! Measuring everything right down to the width of the strings to make them hard to see when stretched out.
Sounds like a nerd!
Or someone who's very good at organization and controlling people.
Like you?
Controlling people.
You know, it feels like we were all played like actors on stage. Our places orchestrated, our secrets planted. Everything was micromanaged here.
Someone who could plan everything to this degree. Someone who was on Lab Side 1. Someone concerned about even something as small as soundproofing. There's only one person here whose talent requires that level of precision when organizing. And that is... Is it her? Okay. I want to say Ray. Where's Ray? Here he is. That doesn't... Are you serious? How does it not make any sense at all? Her. What? Wait. Someone whose talent requires organization and all these things. I don't remember anyone's talent. No. No.
I got it.
Really?
Yui, this is all your fault, isn't it?
Wait, really? Wait. Wait. Is it really? I spent the whole last trial suspecting her, only for her to become the killer in trial 2? Was it really? Oh my god.
Huh?
You killed him, didn't you?
Huh? What?
Huh? Little me? Killing someone?
I mean, I'm not, I think you're capable of killing somebody. I thought you were the murderer in the last trial, so.
Huh? No. No. You've got it all wrong.
Right, I'm in so much pain right now. My elbow.
You'd have to be completely stunted intellectually to even consider such a thing.
There she goes. It's her. But why? Alright.
Jeez, this class trial is really heating up, huh?
We're at the halfway mark.
Screw that. I want some time in the spotlight.
Do you?
It's time for Modern Echo's super cool, mega awesome sprinkles on top Q&A. First question is from Discord user JustBlueAlo. Weird name, but okay. They ask, so Modern Echo, do you know that everyone thinks you're a little cutie, a little scrunkly, and totally not a scary killing massacring machine? Damn right I do. I know I'm cute. I'm built specifically to appeal to your foolish standards of cuteness. Which just makes it even easier to catch you off guard. Next question. This is from Shamari-chan. Okay, a slightly more normal name. What breed of cat are you, Modern Echo?
What, bread?
Sourdough.
cat are you? Sourdough. Why do I think that's so funny?
Now I've got one from Oh God, It's Leo again. Are you aware that lemons are just yellow oranges?
Huh?
Well, Leo, are you aware that I never want to hear those words again? And finally, our last question is from Turning the Fucking Mouse Gay. Okay, no normal names for me, I guess. They ask, your mom. Well, folks, that's all we've got for today. We're never doing this again. Enjoy the trial.
Realistically, you're the only one it can be, aren't you?
What?
Huh? No. Come on, cheekbones. I'm trying to do better. It can't be me. Why are you spreading lies all of a sudden? Why are you getting all accusatory all of a sudden? All I've ever done is help you at trials, help make the hypnosis show safe. And this is how you repay me?
Girl, look at your sprite.
Well, do you have anything to prove this was a baseless accusation?
Of course. I was with the Suga when the murder took place. What are you even doing accusing me?
Right, but the whole thing is, we don't know when the murder took place. So it probably took place before, and then she set all these notes, and she set it all up so that she was with Asuga, and then she would have an alibi, and they wouldn't be like, oh, of course not Yui.
Well, that's still close enough to the lecture hall to make it so you could have rushed through to go see Asuga after it.
Should I talk slower? Like you're 5 years old? Sweetie, wouldn't someone see and hear me running through?
Well, the lab was completely cleared out thanks to the notes, so...
Honey, the infirmary was closer to the lecture hall, and if the lab was cleared out, they could have gotten there easily. Need I mention Ismene, Ray, and Takiko were all at the infirmary? You should focus on them.
She has a point. Realistically, it's more likely one of the people in the infirmary.
Yeah, but that's the whole point, isn't it? They want you to think that. Also, I was just thinking, I think it's kind of interesting. If she is the culprit, if she is, I think she is. Why? I don't know. But it's interesting that it's been 2 chapters now where a male character is killed by and the killer is a female. I just think that's kind of interesting.
If I was the hypothetical murderer or whatever, why couldn't I just orchestrate the notes so I ended up in the infirmary?
Because then you would be suspected. Duh.
Dearie, you have some damning evidence that you can use to convict me. Be my guest.
Harry, honey, she's kind of...
Cat got your tongue?
No, I just don't have anything. Yet.
Thinking back to my conversation with Yui in Lab 1, while I don't know exact timings due to the clocks, I think it was around 20 minutes. So I think Yui might be in the clear. That does feel like a pretty solid alibi. I didn't hear any running.
We don't know when he was killed. We don't know the time of death, and that's done on purpose. See, like, Taka knows. Look at his face.
None of the notes had exact times on them, right?
Of course not. We'd realize the clocks were all broken if they did.
But I feel like the notes... Sorry, I was yawning because I'm so tired. But I feel like the notes had a certain urgency to them. Like, the content in them would make the people who received them go immediately. Like, it had to do with their secrets and all these things. Like, they would go immediately as soon as they got the note. So I don't think the culprit had to even worry about time. Or, like, some, you know, dilly-dallying on their way, you know?
But our meeting seemed way longer than 20 minutes.
True. I reckon we were there for around 40 minutes before the body discovery.
How long were you waiting for, Asuga?
I'd say around 5 minutes. Albeit I didn't see the note until much later, because I was hanging out with Taka in the morning, so I showed up a bit late.
So, your meeting occurred later?
Yep.
Leaving a, 25-minute interval to commit the murder?
That seems reasonable.
And the fact that Asuga and Yui's meeting was later seems really super suspicious.
Ooh! Are we suggesting the stupid music bimbo is someone showed up later?
Yeah, probably.
That level of intelligence seems a little far-fetched for Yui.
Exactly. I hate to admit it, but I'm much more the beauty than the brains.
Sure you are.
You fucking wish. If you're any of the bees, you're a bitch.
It seems unlikely, but it is possible Yui learned our patterns to that extent and used them to commit murder.
See, it sounds to me that he's agreeing.
She might not be as stupid as she let on.
Should I talk slower like you're an idiot, sweetie? I didn't kill him.
I don't know, your new sprites say differently.
Even if I was this all-powerful master manipulator, what kind of dense idiot would I be to not give Kiyoshi and Laura notes too? Surely, if I was as smart as you all are claiming, I wouldn't risk walking through the halls when they were walking freely around.
Unless she did that on purpose.
It would simply unravel the entire plan, so I couldn't have done it.
See, she could have thought that through, right?
She has a good point.
Shut up, Shinku. Stop. Don't be fooled. Think. There must be something.
Who said you got out through the main doors?
I'm sorry? What do you mean? You must be confused, sweetie.
See, she's calling everybody sweetie and darling and honey and all. Ugh. It's
No,
gross.
Don't do that. Don't patronize me. Don't pull your games with me. Especially when you could have easily gotten out through that maintenance door.
And what then? Walked along the pipes to get to Lab 1 without having to walk through the hallway?
Yeah?
That could actually work.
You can't be serious.
No, wait! I saw those pipes. They were thick enough for someone to walk across if they were balanced.
Yeah, but you're also literally 3 feet tall, so I take whatever you say with a grain of salt.
Girl, Amelia, come on now. If Yui is 3 feet tall, you are 2 feet tall. Come on now.
Well, Mononeko, can you confirm?
Can you confirm? Of course I can! I'm literally on this dump!
Then do you care to part with your oh so holy and sacred knowledge of this place?
No.
No.
Please.
No.
Can you work out nothing for yourself? Please. Okay, fine. Just never do that again. Anyone here could most likely walk through those pipes if they had balance. Well, aside from Eiichi, but he kinda left him hanging, so...
Wow. That was rude.
Well, there you go, Yui. There's your damning evidence.
You could have gotten out on those pipes. Do you have nothing to say?
No. I have a lot to say. I'm just taking a moment to process how incredibly mentally stunted you all must be to think I could do this.
Oh, her voice is changing. She's got a secret personality. You know it's serious when their voices change.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Seriously, think about it. Little old me, really?
Oh my god, I'm so innocent. I'm just a tiny little girl. Oh my god.
That's not a proper defense.
Yes, but you know what is? Think about it. We had to hoist up Kotaro so we could reach the maintenance door. So please tell me, sweetheart. How the fuck could I possibly get up there all on my own?
Did she rip a chunk of her hair out of her head? She's got hair in her fist and she's bleeding through her nose. From her nose, not through her nose. Sweetheart. Footprints. Fallen spotlight. Maintenance door. Strings. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Well, she could have used the curtain. But there's no proof of that.
I don't know. Is there proof of that? I genuinely have no idea. I'm going to continue and see what everyone else has to say.
So mean to me. There's no way I could have. I'm not strong enough to climb up.
That was weird. There's no way someone could have left the lecture hall without being... Wait. Something's messed up here. Okay. I don't know what she said.
Then how were you able to pick me up? You're nothing but a two-faced liar!
Maybe there was some other way up.
I don't know.
Do you really think she's smart enough to use the maintenance door in the first place?
She may appear weak and stupid, but there's no other way she could have left the lecture hall.
I've got to focus. There must be something I'm missing. Okay, let's see.
She could have.
No, that's wrong.
Oh my god. That took me an embarrassingly long time to get. Oh my god. I don't even want to talk about I don't want to talk about it. I'm sorry, I'm just dumb.
True, they clearly show someone used the curtain to climb up.
So, Minty accidentally figured out how the killer got up there? Congrats!
Thank you?
Do you have anything to say for yourself, Yui?
No.
Not even a defense or anything? You okay, my dude?
Why would I need a defense?
Because you killed Eiichi!
No, I didn't.
No, I didn't.
Besides, we may have figured out that the killer used the curtain to get back to the maintenance door, but that only proves how the killer did it. It doesn't prove I did it.
Do you see her sprite? Do you see this Kanade looking sprite?
You clearly did it. Just give in.
I clearly did it?
What's so funny, treble cunt?
Whoa.
Should I talk slower like you're incompetent? You're accusing me on the basis there are footprints, I was on lap 2, and the vent is blocked. You are all entirely incompetent, idiotic, and ignorant to accuse me on such little evidence.
Then inform us. Who else could have done it?
Gladly. Since you're all so dead set on ignoring the blatant truth, I suppose I'll help you out despite the fact you're so eager to send me to my death. Let me run you through this slowly, since all of you seem incapable of anything above learning the alphabet.
Jeez. What the heck?
So the killer cannot be anyone in the infirmary due to the timing discrepancy.
That is correct.
But they have to be someone on lab side 1, which narrows it down to me and Asuga.
Which is why we suspect you.
And we know the killer escaped the lecture hall by traversing the lab on the pipes.
Huh. I don't know if she did this on purpose to make it seem like it was Asuga because she's the acrobat, or if it actually, like, there's no way it's actually Asuka. Is it? There's no way Yui would have those awful sprites if it wasn't her.
Now, since you're all so smart, I'll let you figure this out.
Like, is she smart enough to think, I'm gonna exit to make it look like an acrobat is the only one who could exit this way? It's possible.
Who do you think is more likely to pull off such a risky escape? A conductor? Or a ringleader who knows high levels of gymnastics and performs high-risk stunts consistently?
Oh.
See, Kataro immediately went, oh my god, it's Asuka.
Shit.
But did she do this on purpose so she could frame Asuka?
And who do you think would know people's schedules better? Someone who everyone has decided to isolate and disregard as a bitch? Or everyone's favorite big sis Sugi?
See, look at her sprites. Is it really not her when they give her sprites like that?
Looks like we found our little parasite, guys. We can go home now. Bye-bye, Suki.
Do you have nothing to say?
No, it's not her. I think Yui, I think she planned it Because clearly this whole thing was clearly very planned, like to the letter. And I think that Yui, it's possible that Yui is smart enough to be like, I'm gonna traipse out of here on the pipes, climb the curtain like an acrobat, just so that I could frame Asuka. See, now Taka's reacting. It makes me think there's no way it's Asuka and she's trying to frame her.
We're all waiting, Sugi. What? Did Maiko's death make you go off the rails? Did you want to impress your little blonde boyfriend? Did you want to get back at your mother for...
Just shut up! I didn't do it.
What an absolutely impeccable defense.
No, shut up, shut up, shut up! There's no way I could have done this. Shut your trap. Think for one moment. Why would I intentionally try to hurt my best friend? You're being ridiculous.
Maybe that's the reason why Taka is alive and Eiichi isn't.
You can't seriously think I actually did this. What the hell?
Hold on, I don't think Asuka would try to kill Taka. This seems a bit out of left field.
No, Yui's framing her.
Or it was the perfect cover-up. If they attacked Taka, no one would suspect them.
I didn't hurt him. I could never. Just shut up.
Taka getting hurt could have not been part of the original plan.
Oh?
Taka probably just walked in while she was killing Eiichi, and they attacked him out of necessity. Just look at them. They're super messed up. They're more concerned about the fact their friend got hurt than that Eiichi is dead.
Sugi probably killed Eiichi until he was super dead. Then Taka walked in, and murder isn't usually something best friends do, so she knocked him out and hoped he'd forget. That would explain why his attack seemed so hasty and rushed when everything else is super planned out.
No, there's no way it's Asuka.
What? No, that is not it.
How can't it be it? His wounds were totally and completely uncalculated.
Uncalculated? Rushed? Give me one bit of evidence to even support that. You're accusing me just because Yui said so.
It's really not my fault that I'm right.
Ugh. One piece of evidence that shows Taka's attack was rushed. What could that be? The fact that he's alive? Stage light tilted, fallen spot. I don't know.
Got it. Compared to the elaborate string trap that was used to kill Eiichi, Taka was just injured by having a stage light shoved onto him.
True. It does seem incredibly rushed. So that leaves the question. What the fuck, Asuga? Why the hell would you do this?
She didn't. See, he's reacting very strongly. She didn't do it. He didn't react this strongly when we started accusing Yui.
I didn't do any of this.
Yes, because a killer would totally just admit to doing it.
You did it. You killed my best friend. You...
Listen to me. I didn't.
You didn't do this? Any proof?
Ugh, Yui. Ugh.
You know, I don't think it was Asuga.
I don't either.
Thank you.
No, Asuga wouldn't do this alone. This is a setup.
I told you, I'm being framed. Thank you.
The flexible fuck probably teamed up with Taka to do this.
Amelia, please.
What?
Think about it. They've been all buddy-buddy this whole time. They probs killed Eiichi together, then Asuga knocked out Taka to throw us off.
Oh my.
You might be onto something there.
No.
One hell of a first date, but alright.
I would never. We would never.
Taka has probably already snapped out of Ray's idiotic suggestion, and is just pretending not to say anything to mess the plan up.
We didn't kill him.
They didn't do it.
I hate you both so much.
What would we do in the instance there were two killers?
Oh, I'd let you vote for two people. They'd both get free if you voted incorrectly.
We've seen that.
And if you voted correctly, two for the price of one execution?
Seen that too.
Well, should we vote?
No! Vote! Shinku.
Might get this the fuck over with.
No.
Yes, let's hurry along now.
See, look, she's so ready. Like, yeah, oh my god, yes, I'm gonna go free.
Wait.
Is she back to normal?
Huh?
That tone. I think she's.
Ew, now he's back to being gross again.
Sorry. Please give me a moment. I have pains in my cerebellum. Remind me never to partake in foolish entertainment shows ever again.
Gladly. We were just about to convict Asuka and Taka for the murder.
It's not them, it's Yui.
That is foolish.
Huh?
Yeah, it is foolish. Hello? Ay.
Give me the water samples from the sterilization center.
What?
There really is no point now.
Yui, you be quiet.
I should not need to repeat myself when I wish to do something. Halt the vote and give me the water samples.
So if she's back to normal now, that means Taka's gonna go back to normal soon and he can actually speak.
What good is that going to do now? Allow me to test something.
Here. Take them, darling.
Ugh.
Refer to me as Doctor or Miss Sami. Nothing less.
Is this really necessary?
Look at her, she's shaking. She's shaking in her boots.
She's just delaying the inevitable so she can have her little, ooh, look at me. I had more of a high school education. I'm a doctor moment.
Chemist. Now, partake in idle chatter. This shall take me a few minutes.
What do we even have to talk about?
Bunnies!
Be quiet, Takiko.
We can do that after the trial. No bunny chat now, please.
Ismene is right.
Ismini.
Huh?
What do you mean, Ismene?
Huh?
It's pronounced Ismini.
No. Stop. It's pronounced as meanie. I've been sitting here calling her as Mene this whole time, convinced that she was the one pronouncing it wrong. And now it's like, I feel a bit called out. It's like, no, it's pronounced Ismini. I'm still gonna call her Ismene. I'm sorry. Because to me, it looks like Ismene.
Shit, I thought it was Ismini.
Wait, it's not as many?
Oh my god, this is actually the last thing I'm going to hear before I die, isn't it?
I thought it was Ismini. Ismini can't be right.
Are you actually trying to explain my own name to me? It's Ismini.
Not as many?
No.
Sorry.
What are you lot fucking talking about? There's a goddamn murder to solve!
Well, we've solved it. We're just waiting on Allura. She's trying to be our savior.
You didn't solve it because it's you.
I'm simply trying to prolong my life.
Because if they vote for Asuka and Taka, they're all gonna die, and Yui's gonna go free.
Are you done yet?
No. Be patient.
Well, what else is there to talk about?
Hey! Is it just me or does everyone look way nicer since the last time we were in this trial room?
Is that like the art got better?
Yeah, Amelia's hair looks sort of decent now. What happened with that?
Camera upgrades. Oh, I see! Wait, what?
I'm done.
And?
Asuga isn't the killer.
Yeah, I could have told you that.
Huh?
Oh?
I see.
I told you!
The killer must have dropped something when walking along the pipes that filtered into the sterilization center and discolored the water.
So that's what the beige water was.
There was beige water. I don't remember. That's my problem.
Affirmative.
Affirmative.
That is what this entire discussion is about. I analyzed the water and have identified the compound that dissolved into it.
And keep telling us slowly. It's totally not like we might be on a time limit here.
She is talking so slowly.
Its foundation
Foundation?
Like the type of makeup.
No, totally building foundation just crammed into the water.
No. I am aware that several people in this lab wear foundation. However,
I do not.
How does stupid makeup prove anything? Do I need to talk slower so you understand? Asuga probably wears foundation too.
Even if she does, she would wear a different color than you, Yui.
however, I do not see why Asuka would be biting on pale foundation. That matches your skin tone perfectly, Iode.
Yeah, hello. You guys would wear two completely different shades of foundation.
So it was you all along. You shifted blame onto me for no reason.
It's not me.
Yes, it is.
You are physically the only person who could have done it.
We still don't know what that foundation was used for. Asuga must be trying to frame me. Or perhaps Taka used it. That freak probably likes makeup.
You're trying to frame her.
What was that foundation used for?
To hide bruises.
Got it. Yui, you're right.
Should we tell her to take her makeup off? Prove it?
I know. Really, no need to thank me.
You are far too weak physically to overpower Eiichi.
So he did fight back and he hit her and she got bruised. So she put on makeup to hide it.
So before you managed to get him in that trap, there must have been some sort of conflict.
If she showed up to the trial with bruises, we'd know. She must have covered them with the foundation.
I mean, what kind of amazing foundation would that be?
Covered my bruises with the foundation and then just tossed my foundation into the water? That's the most idiotic thing I have ever heard. You simply must not have a fully developed brain to even come up with that.
I doubt you can come up with a hypothesis that makes word sense, Iode.
Hypothesis? Why would I need one of those when I'm not the killer? When all of you doubt I can figure out anything for myself in the first place.
She is 100% the killer.
Just give in already.
You're honestly embarrassing yourself acting like this.
Zip it, jailbait.
Huh?
I mean, come on, sweetheart. Little old me.
That's not an argument.
You're testing my patience. I already told you I couldn't have done it. You're all being stupid.
Testing your patience? You're testing mine at this point with how many pieces of damning evidence you need to prove it's you.
You have yet to provide us with any proof you actually didn't do it.
It's not my fault you're too intellectually and developmentally stunted to realize I didn't do it.
Some proof. It's all we need.
You need a lot more than that. You're beyond helping. Don't you have some lines to get back to doing?
Whoa.
What?
Oh no. Oh.
Now be a good girl and shut that insolent little trap of yours. Thank you.
She's the one blackmailing Lyra with her secret and she just outed her, didn't she?
Go.
Liar? Why did you...
Huh? I didn't do anything.
Girl.
Lie?
It's good she's finally quiet. She can be a bit of an attention whore.
Yui, what did you do?
She's blackmailing her.
Work it out yourself if you're such a genius,
This is all a distraction. Don't focus on that. We need to avenge Eiichi.
Katara was right. Yui, do you have any proof that you didn't do this?
No, because she did do it 110%.
Do I have to repeat myself thousands of times to drill it into your skull? I didn't do this.
But everything points to you.
Everything, huh? Then tell me, if I used the foundation to cover up my bruises, how did I deal with any blood that might have gotten on me? It's rather hard to get into a tussle and not get a bit of blood on you, especially with Taka's head wound being rather troublesome.
Oh, the fabric in the vent?
Would you not apply the foundation to cover the blood?
Shinku.
Should I talk slowly and carefully like you're an idiot? You can't use goddamn foundation to hide blood. It would just blend into the blood, and there was no place I could wash myself off before meeting Asuga.
There must be some way she could have washed off any blood. I just have to think. Water bottles, fabric in the vent, bloody fingers, footprint. Ugh.
Was there even any blood at the scene of the crime that she might have touched?
Yes.
Obviously, Ichi's fingertips and Taka's head wound. Unless that was her blood from the conflict on his fingers.
Just give up already. You have no way to prove it. It's ridiculous. There's nothing I could have used to get rid of the blood.
That's wrong.
Okay, that was kind of easy. I didn't falter that time.
Wrong? That's wrong. Really now?
Prove it then if you're so fucking smart.
Those water bottles right by the maintenance store. Some were empty.
So what? Did the killer have a little tea party up there or something? It's none of my business and has nothing to do with me. It doesn't prove anything.
Some were empty. You could have easily used that water to wash off any blood.
He's right.
So you did it. You tried to shift the blame onto me.
You killed Ichi? I hate you. I don't even want to look at you.
Kotaro, I'm getting a little tired of you because it doesn't matter who it is, you're just like, I hate you because you killed Eiichi. I hate you. Like, just shut up. Just stop talking.
So, you're the one that blackmailed Lyra.
Whoa. Yep.
Nothing more to say for yourself.
No, of course she doesn't.
Oh? You wanted me to speak?
Of course, you dumb bitch. We're accusing you.
I know. It's awfully annoying, considering you'd have to have a brain entirely composed of gray matter to think such a thing.
There's overwhelming proof you did it. Just admit it already.
Overwhelming proof? Overwhelming proof.
Everything points to you, Yu-Yu.
No, it doesn't. There's only one kind of overwhelming proof I see here.
And that is...
That you are all severely undereducated and inhumanly stupid.
Huh?
It's laughable. Really, truly. So hilarious.
Oh my god.
I'm struggling to keep it together on account of how funny it is.
She's losing it.
You blatantly ignore the one obvious culprit.
You.
You mean yourself?
Yeah, hello.
No, one certain TV personality.
There's no way.
He was knocked out. There's no way he could have.
How do we know that?
How does someone kill someone when they're unconscious?
Do I need to talk slower like you've just come out of the goddamn womb?
Eek! Consider the following. Taka murdered Ichi, planted all that evidence by the maintenance store to frame someone, and then just pulled the strings on that spotlight to give him a gentle little love tap on the head to knock himself out. Of course then, everyone would come rushing in and make a big fuss over their darling little Taka, even after he starved us all to death. But I digress.
That's ridiculous. How would he get all those secrets to plant the notes?
Maybe as a part of your pathetic little evil schemes, you'll blackmail Lyra.
You did that.
After all, the aim of that whole endeavor was to get everyone to share their secrets. Was it not?
She basically proved that she was the one who blackmailed Lyra when she made that comment about her. You know? It's her.
Stop passing the blame. Everything points to you.
She's really annoying. Let's just vote already.
Sweetheart, I don't hear anyone but you defending your little boyfriend.
I'm back, baby!
back, baby.
Yes, autographs can come later. But the wondrous Taka Waka has his voice back, baby.
Oh.
And boy, do I have a story for you, my little Takalings. So allow me to silence this music woman and tell you everything I saw.
Okay. I'm so sorry. Why are you sorry? This time for a Doki Doki deliberation. Oh god. Oh god, I remember this one. In this minigame, you will charm the person helping you and come to a conclusion together with the power of love. If you've charmed them enough, then by the end you'll obtain a vital truth bullet. But be careful, a rival might come in to confuse you and steal away your date's arguments. And I will now take my leave from this fangan community. Sorry for making this.
So, Shinkun, it all started when Sugi-chan said she got this cracker note, right?
Make it stop. Do you see this? Do you see? Oh my god.
They wandered over to this meeting, and I, Taka-Waka-kun, was left alone immediately.
I'm gonna cringe out of my body. My soul is going to leave my body.
So, I thought I'd go somewhere to see if I can get my sexy voice back. And of course, that was...
Asterisk.
Very sugoi, my little pog-chan.
Oh my god.
So, I wandered into the lecture hall, right?
Okay, he's normal.
And there, I saw Yui murdering Eiichi. A bit traumatizing, not gonna lie. I tried to scream, but because Ray was such a bitch since I was annoying, I couldn't. And then...
New rival alert.
Hold on! You're fully aware this toad could be lying, right? Isn't it convenient he could speak again right as he was accused? Really? Why should you believe him over me? He could have framed all that stuff by the door.
Hold on! That's not true. Taka-Waka's sick shoes were not dirty, so I had no way to.
I love you.
See? Shinku agrees. I'm not sussy.
Oh my god. Never say that again.
His opinion means nothing. His testimony is garbage. You can't seriously believe him.
She's being so mean to me. Cyberbullying isn't cool, Yui.
Shut up and take things seriously for once. Is this still a game to you? Are you still trying to have your little villain moment? Have some worth to your existence?
Still, there's no way I could have set this up.
Oh yeah? Prove it.
Eiichi didn't have a note on his body, so the man didn't get one.
And?
So the killer must have talked to him to get him to meet up. Ray-kun's hypnosis meant they trusted anyone they didn't trust before. So of course they'd say,
Hiya!
Anyone could have talked to Eiichi. That doesn't prove anything.
well, I couldn't have missed Yui Booey Chewy. Because...
Eiichi hated Taka. Taka was too cool. Taka couldn't talk.
So...
Taka couldn't talk.
We have our answer!
Oh, I can't. Oh, it's awful. It's hilarious, though. It's hilarious, but it's awful.
Why do you all keep making me do that?
Yeah, why do you keep making me do that?
Shut up! The viewers love it!
Listen, I'm not here to judge, but some of the ways you solve this shit makes me question life itself.
What? Either way, yes! Yui is the killer! I saw it with my own two beautiful blue eyes.
You disgusting
wish you died due to that spotlight.
Why didn't she just kill him? I don't understand. Genuinely.
So you're finally admitting you did it?
Yeah, it's about time. How long has it been?
No, I did nothing wrong. I am completely innocent. Always was.
Completely innocent, my butt.
Moron. You have no defenses left. Everything points to you.
A conviction is inevitable.
Please, Yui. Stop this. Just admit it.
No! I'll admit nothing because I've done nothing!
Any more proof of that?
We've been through this 100 times. There's literally no other.
Shut up with your baseless accusations.
Boy. What motive would I even have? This could be an incredibly elaborate framing job.
I refuse to accept blame until there's hard, cold proof of every part of this case.
Oh, here we go. An argument argument is about to begin. No frills, no ribbons, no metaphors. This is just Simon Says. Remember which corner the killer's arguments come up in, and then once one phrase of dialogue is done, click the buttons in the corresponding corners in the corresponding order the dialogue was shown in. Does that make sense? Yes, I remember how to do this from last time. Who knows? Good luck.
I'm far too cute to ever commit anything like that. Little old me? No, no, no.
Little me? No, no, no.
It's okay to admit you're completely wrong. It's clearly Taka.
Clearly.
Why are you being so stupid?
Are you jealous of me, Shinku?
Yes, clearly.
You're all jealous of how great I am.
Sure. If that's what helps you sleep at night.
How intelligent and perfect I am.
Oh, this is a lot. I don't know if I'm gonna remember. Okay. It was this, 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 this. Okay.
Should I talk slower, like you're an idiot? I didn't do it.
Yes,
Is your
you
head broken
did.
or something? It must be. That's why you're not in love with me. This world is broken.
It was
Eiichi was broken.
Uh-oh.
I deserve to live more than any of you.
Oh no. I forgot.
Shut up and accept death gracefully.
Oh, this is bad.
No motive.
Girl.
You have no proof I was
No
Ichi's
one
friend.
has any proof.
You want me to do this whole thing? Are you actually joking me? I don't even remember where it started. Part of me is like, I want to get a piece of paper and write it down. Like, genuinely. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I don't remember.
Should I talk slower, like you're an idiot? I didn't do it.
Is your head broken or something? It must be. That's why you're not in love with me. This world is broken. Eiichi was broken. I deserve to live more than any of you. So shut up and accept death gracefully.
I have no motive.
Oh,
I
God.
have no
It's
proof.
9 of
No
them.
one
That's
has
hard.
any
10.
proof.
Ugh. I don't remember. Where did it go after 4? No, darn it. I got up to 6. Listen, I need to write this down. I'm not even joking. Pen. I need a pen. I need a piece of paper. I'm going to use a paper towel. Using a paper towel. Sure, it worked. Listen, this is hard. There's 10 of them. I can't. I'm using a paper towel and I'm writing it down. I don't even care. This is ridiculous.
Should I talk slower, like you're an idiot? I didn't do it.
You?
Is your head broken or something? It must be. That's why you're not in love with me.
Or?
This world is broken. Eiichi was broken. I deserve to live more than any of you. So shut up and accept death gracefully.
I'm mad at you, lady. 9.
I have no proof I was
No one has any proof.
Okay, I wrote it down. Now I'm gonna get it now. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
How do we even know the friend Kotaro heard about is in the lab?
What? Eiichi's warning about them. What? We're back at the front? I'm so confused. That was ridiculous. 10 of them? You made me memorize that? No, I had to write that down. There's no way. Thank goodness I had a pen, not a piece of paper. I had a paper towel, though.
Got nothing to say?
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! If you're so smart, if you're so convinced that it's me for some ridiculous reason, then prove it. Step by step. There's a million holes in your theory.
Gladly. Anything to bring Eiichi justice.
Yeah, you gotta bring justice to Eiichi. And pet that dog.
We'll lay your whole plan out in front of you until you finally admit it.
Let's do this! Justice for Eiichi and my floating head. It's over, Yui. Taka saw it all. Fess up. Please. Yui, stop this. It's pathetic.
It is at this point. It really is. She needs to just stop.
Me, oh my! Are you really hearing this? Goodness! I'm sorry. It's just so funny. I'm so sorry. Do I need to talk slower, like you're an idiot? Is your brain just so minuscule and your common sense so dampened that you can't think for yourself, my dear?
You murdered him.
Murdered? Me? Little old me is a murderer. Why, the concept is merely so idiotic. I couldn't even comprehend why someone would come to such a foolish conclusion. Really, think for a moment. I would never murder Eiichi, would I? No. He was so sweet, lovely. He was mine. My prince. My life.
Your what?
Why are you even believing that little minx over me anyway? He, whatever it is, was found unconscious at the scene of the crime.
Ugh. Ugh. Why is she talking about Taka like that?
You have to be entirely and completely brain dead to come to any other conclusion aside from that it killed him and knocked itself out in some pathetic little murder plot.
It? Ugh.
We already went over why I couldn't have done that.
Well, if it's not you, then it's someone else. Because it is not me.
Let's just vote. Come on. Make her shut up.
I'll prove it was you. Once and for all.
Time for your closing argument, finally. This game is fairly self-explanatory. Just select the images of what happened in the order of how it happened. Good luck. Enjoy making an early 2000s sprite comic. Oh boy. What? A wild stalker appeared. It's like Pokemon. The killer broke the clocks. It was super effective. The killer used fabric on the vent. The killer set up string traps. Lyra became blackmailed. No. Mind. I already failed and I already got game over. Are you kidding me? Jesus. Oh my god. Oh. So this means I have one chance. If I get it wrong even one time, it's going to give me a game over. Great. That's wonderful. Great. You. Eiichi is hypnotized. He is more trusting. Meetings start. The killer covered the lab in notes. Eiichi snapped out of it. This is first. No way! Oh my god. I'll see you on the flip side, people. I'm just, how? I'm so confused. How did the hypnosis not be, how was that not first? So confused. No. Oh my god. I'm so confused now because there's no way the hypnosis show happened after they got the notes. There's absolutely no way. Where did I go wrong? I went wrong in that I'm getting upset. There is absolutely no way that the hypnosis show happened after they got the notes. Stop. No way. Okay, I guess it did. This is ridiculous. There's 7 pages and I'm only on page 2. Okay. The killer used spotlight. Eiichi was stunned. Gardening shears were used on the strings. Eiichi tried to struggle. It was not very effective. Stop. What is this? Am I just stupid or is it me? Maybe it's me. Why am I failing so miserably? This is page 7. No, that's why does it say 7? There's clearly a 1. It looks like a 7. I hate this, and I hate that I only have one chance to get it wrong. Okay. Haka fainted. Killer dropped the gardening shears. The killer used climb. I'm gonna lose my marble. I'm gonna, like, I can't. I get a game over every time I get even the smallest little thing wrong, and it's really starting to get on my nerves. I'm at the point I've been playing for, over 2 hours. I wanted to stop. I had to listen to Yui's nonsense for like an hour and a half. Driving me nuts. So I guess Yui's in love with Eiichi. He rejected her and she killed him. Is that what I'm seeing? Because look, you can see hearts around her. Okay. This one. Haka appeared. Can it be over? Killer used water on blood. Killer tried to run away. Killer used foundation on bruises. Killer dropped one foundation. Which one happened first? Wild body discovery announcement. Asuga and the killer encountered Shinku. Killer fled to the ground. Oh, finally. Thanks. That looks like a 7 to me.
Presumably after getting Lyra's secret, the killer proceeded to blackmail Lyra into obtaining everyone else's secrets. Lyra did this by getting Takiko to drug people, and then she took them on a path when people were under the effects of the drugs. First, Ray proposed a hypnosis show. Shortly afterwards, Kotaro asked Ray to get Eiichi to be more trusting of his old friends.
Wait. Since when did Takiko drug people? I'm so confused. Did we go over that and I just wasn't paying attention? It's very possible. I'm very tired. It's almost midnight. It's way past my bedtime.
This was done in an attempt to make Eiichi happy. However, said old friend was listening right around the corner and started to hatch their plan. After the hypnosis show, the killer then broke all the clocks around the lab. This was done to confuse alibis and people's timings, so no one had an airtight alibi. Finally, the killer prepared the room they were going to commit the act in, stuffing the vents in the lecture hall to act as soundproofing, setting up the string traps, and prepping the water by the maintenance door. Having spent a lot of time in the lecture hall organizing the hypnosis show, the killer must have learned about the door's existence. The killer then used the secrets they'd gotten earlier to organize meetings between people, or cause people to make their own meetings. They also put a note near Asuka's door, who they knew would not see it until later, so the killer could have an alibi of being in a meeting too. However, the killer made a fatal error. They did not account for Taka, presuming he'd go along with Asuka. At this point, everyone was placed around the lab due to the notes. Ismini, Ray, and Takiko were in the infirmary. Lyra and Kotaro were in the gym. Me, Emilia, and Mint were in the medicine storage. Kiyoshi and Alora were occupying, so the killer didn't account for them. And Asuka would find the note and go to Lab 1 soon. The killer conducted us perfectly. Having done this, the killer went to talk to Eiichi, knowing he'd trust them due to the hypnosis. They used this newfound trust to get him to go to the lecture hall with them. At this point, the sudden attack must have broken Eiichi out of the hypnosis due to the real danger. Or potentially something the killer was trying to make him do being against his morals.
Like, love her?
Either way, due to this, a physical scuffle ensued. One the killer had prepared for and knew they couldn't win without underhanded methods.
So Yui just
The killer
wanted...
pointed one of the spotlights from the hypnosis show directly in Eiichi's eyes, blinding him briefly.
She wanted him, basically.
They took the opportunity when he was stunned to shove him into one of the string traps they'd set up earlier, restraining his arms. This was when the killer's plan really set in motion. While Eiichi was restrained, the killer tied the noose around his neck and hung him to the ceiling, meaning the moment she cut the string traps, he'd be hanging. Using the gardening shears Yui had taken from the biodome garden, she cut the strings, leaving Eiichi to hang and suffocate. Due to the lack of drop, his neck must not have broken, meaning he suffocated to death.
Oh, that's awful. That sounds horrible.
During his last moments of life, Eiichi clearly tried to escape his fate, not wanting to die.
And, like, they drew little hearts around her, so, like, she's nuts, clearly.
He must have pulled against the rope, causing his bloody fingertips. And that's when... I come in, baby! Oh, I've got this, Taka, no worries. No! It's my time to shine! So, I was out on a little stroll searching for Sugi when I heard some noises from the door of the lecture hall. I walked in expecting some sort of show. But no! Boom! Murder! Of course, the killer hadn't accounted for me coming in, so they were a bit shocked and not the most dandy of moods. So instead of a nice greeting or something, they shoved a spotlight on me, knocking the great Taka out. Really, the disrespect.
Really, the disrespect.
The attack was rushed, so while they aimed to kill me, I was just unconscious. This meant I witnessed everything. Thanks, Taka. So then, the killer tossed the...
They shoved the gardening shears they'd used to cut the strings to the side, leaving them to specifically frame Minty. Dastardly! After committing assault and homicide, the killer then used the stage curtain to climb up. Climb up where? Drum roll, please.
Taka, please stop talking. Sometimes I just wish he would stop talking. Which is exactly what happened. Everyone wanted him to stop talking, and he did.
The maintenance store. Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Up there, the killer had stashed some water bottles from earlier when Alora purified water during...
My wonderful and fantastic villainous scheme.
Why does he keep interrupting?
Yes, those. They then used that water to clean off any blood from the physical confrontations they'd had with Eiichi.
The killer had also stashed makeup up there. What kind of makeup? Foundation! And no, the makeup wasn't just there to make the killer look fabulous!
Foundation helped to hide the bruises and marks the killer had gained through the physical confrontation with Eiichi. Due to the killer's previous experience with makeup, this was fairly easy. The killer then rushed through the maintenance door and made their escape along the pipes the door led to. They did this to stop walking through the halls, in case Kiyoshi and Alora left their rooms, so they could move to Lab 1 without being seen.
Unfortunately, the killer did a bit of a fucky-wucky there.
Yup, they did. They accidentally lost their balance a bit and dropped the foundation that was in their pocket into the waters below.
This foundation then dissolved into the water and cutely found its way into the sterilization chamber. But the killer thought,
No biggie, I can just use that to frame a Suga.
the killer accidentally forgot their skin tone was not the exact same as Asuka's. L-O-L. So then this, though.
I got it from here, Taka.
Yeah, make him stop.
But I thought I was being quite a good protagonist. I even became painfully generic and...
Really?
It's funny.
Having traveled along the pipes, the killer made it to the other side of the lab without being spotted. They then entered Lab 1 to have their meeting with Asuka. The meeting lasted roughly 20 minutes, enough time for the killer to establish an alibi. However, partway through the meeting, someone found Eiichi and Taka, which triggered the body discovery announcement. Asuka, growing very worried about where their friend was.
That's me! I'm the friend!
Okay.
Asuka, growing very worried about where their friend was, led the killer out of the lab. The killer used their knowledge of where the murder was to specifically lead Asuka away from the corpse and instead into the hallway. On their way through the hallway, Asuka and the killer ran into me. I had just left the medicine storage after hearing the body discovery announcement. It created the perfect alibi for the killer. And that killer, the one who murdered Eiichi Sakaguchi and tried to kill Taka,
Not Eiichi. You heard Eiichi.
is you, Yui Iode, Ultimate Conductor. You told us to give you evidence? There you go. From the way the murder was done, to how you were able to get Lyra to go quiet and break down. All the evidence points to you.
So?
All the evidence points to you.
All the evidence points to you!
I'm sorry, have you even reviewed the evidence for 2 goddamn minutes?
She's really getting on my nerves. Genuinely.
Here I was thinking you had some modicum of intelligence, but I suppose that would be optimistic for you lot.
Name one thing that proves your innocence, Yui.
One thing? Shinku, dearie.
I do hate having to repeat myself. Do I need to talk slower, like you don't have a goddamn brain cell bouncing around in that empty, uninteresting skull of yours?
I'm Yui Ide.
the super special ultimate conductor. I could never hurt a fly, oh no, no, no. So I could never hurt a human either. I'm pretty, I'm popular, I'm sweet, I'm drop-dead gorgeous, a princess, a celebrity, an ultimate.
You're annoying is what you are.
I'm everything. I'm perfect. I'm superior to all of you.
Got it?
Ew.
So why? Why is someone as intelligent, mighty, beautiful, pure, desirable, special as me
Stuck with disgusting little trash like you? It sickens me to my very core.
I just don't get it.
You're all shut-in idiots.
So why are people no
Inferior harlots like you, able to get your happy endings when I'm not.
I did everything.
I played dumb, it was patronizing, disgusting, but still, it's not enough.
What are you even on about?
Genuinely.
Oh, shut up for 2 minutes. Don't make me talk any slower. Shut your mouth and get it through your head. I did it. There, happy? Satisfied?
Is your hero complex satisfied, my dear?
I'm glad that you're just gonna shut up,
You murdered.
Kotaro.
Why? What?
Why are you shocked? We've been framing her for over an hour. What are you doing, Kotaro? Kotaro, you also, shh.
Oh, sweetie.
Stop acting like you knew him. Only I truly cared. Oh, my prince. My beloved. Of course. He was led astray. Prince?
Right?
Do you idiots never listen? Do I have to talk slower like you're fucking infants?
She keeps saying that over and over and over again, and it's really getting on my nerves.
My prince. Every girl has one. He was mine. I knew since I met him when I was 7. He was mine.
She was the one.
He never wanted that.
He was the one that he knew before, who he didn't trust. No wonder she's nuts. He was mine, but he never wanted that. That sounds healthy, huh?
No. My darling just had to make it so difficult. It didn't matter how special I was, how perfect I was, how intelligent, pretty. I tried to get him back on track, but of course, that just scared him more.
Girl, you have got some issues.
It was all awfully tiring. Goodness, you men are fickle.
Same.
Oh, goodness, dear Lyrene. Don't give me that look. You disgusting little leaf.
Thanks for helping me, by the way. Eiichi surely thanks you from beyond the grave.
Wow. Wow.
Shut up.
Shut the hell up! You used me and you used those words and...
If you loved him so much, why did you kill him?
Love can drive one to madness.
Love. That's not love.
I needed my prince. Everyone else got theirs.
Did they? Because I don't think that's true. Because Shinku's prince was murdered last chapter. So
Kyoshi went gallivanting off with that emotionless husk of a human. Ray became obsessed with the druggy slut, and every other option was not viable aside from my dearest prince from my childhood.
Awfully romantic, isn't it?
It was always meant to be him and me. He tried to run. I knew what I had to do when he became persistent with saying no.
so like she has a history of being a stalker.
He could have just said yes to me.
Of course, he continues to deny perfection. It was awfully tiring. Why should everyone else get their happy endings, but not me? I've worked for this.
Goodness. thought I'd get a new prince if he was gone. Someone who wasn't blind to how perfect I was. My head was rushing. All that pent-up anger. Years of rejection. Let out. It was so special. What a special moment.
Oh god.
You're sick.
She's nuts.
Your arguments are meaningless. Because I did nothing wrong. I never do anything wrong. My plan was flawless. You're just lucky it saw me commit it.
I have a name. I don't know if you could hear. I could barely hear him, so when I can barely hear them, I'm just gonna say the lines.
And supposedly a death wish from the way you're acting.
Just shut up, Yui! You killed Eiichi for no reason! You're selfish, entitled, and you took everything dear away from me!
You're welcome.
Okay, I'll be honest. I knew she was messed up, but this is a bit more than I expected.
Oh, you know it's bad when even Mono Neko's uncomfortable.
I try awfully hard to hide how smart I actually am. Dad always said intelligence wasn't attractive.
Okay. Dad of the year.
Of course, none of that matters now.
Explains things.
Yep, none of it matters one bit. Although, I suppose I should be impressed. You managed to be somehow less sympathetic than the literal serial killer.
I'm not one for genuine crying.
Breakdowns are just a sign of weakness, you know?
I knew there was something with her.
But it's all over.
Thanks a hell of a lot, idiots.
You're welcome, I suppose.
Fucking speak like a regular human being.
Ironic coming from you. Your voice just dropped 8 octaves.
Can we just vote now?
Please, I'm so tired and upset. I don't know.
That's probably wise. Alright, everyone. It's voting time. Let's see if you got it right.
We did, obviously.
And you're correct. Great job on avoiding your impending death once more.
So you really did. How dare you?
What's wrong, dearie? No use getting mad at me now.
No, I am mad. I hate you. He was the only one who cared for me. You killed this Omfi. You hurt me. You blackmailed Lyra, and you expected people to not be mad. Goodness, you fit in great with my industry.
Oh, stop treating this like any of you knew him better than me.
So, you were his childhood friend after all?
Childhood friend? I suppose you could think of it like that, but I more saw us as soul partners. Not like any of that matters now.
You idiots figured me out by some stroke of twisted luck. So, why did you do it? Is your connection with him, with Eiichi, that turbulent?
He hurt you.
What are you looking at me for? Are you expecting me to break down or something? Cry? Get on the floor and act pathetic? I'm not giving you that satisfaction.
I didn't need a complex motivation. I just needed to leave.
I have to be trapped here with you street rats. Needed to get out, achieve stardom.
Well, imagine that. A single soul survivor from a massacre of ultimates. I'd be treated as a celebrity, a national treasure. I'd be worshipped.
Who cares if a few pointless lives had to die to get there? They're all criminals, and I'd be set for life. So, you did this for the publishing deals, the fame, the attention? You were willing to have us all die to achieve that?
Why are you acting like this is such a big thing? None of you are worth anything in my eyes. A bunch of idiotic lowlives with collective intelligence of a mentally stunted 6-year-old. While you are smarter than I initially perceived, I can guarantee you I am far more intelligent than you. But at least I have a personality. You're just an emotionally stunted freak. You really think so lowly of all of us. She's a textbook witch. Can we just accept that and move on? But I don't understand. Why act so dumb this entire time? Surely you'd be more bearable if you didn't act like that all the time. Well, there's a reason your professor felt the need to lower your grades to get his way. What? Don't even mention him. How did you even know that? Secrets, you dumb bitch. Keep up. But simply put, men don't like women who are smarter than them. What? But why Eiichi? Why murder him if you knew him so well, huh? I ask again. Did he hurt you? Eiichi. All right, him. Do you feel no remorse for killing your goddamn friend? It's not my fault. Eiichi just did something very stupid. Huh? Oh boy, here we go. Initially, after I overheard Eiichi would finally be pushing aside his unjustified grudge against me due to his hypnosis, I was so excited. That meeting I lured him to in the lecture hall, I asked him something very special when he was on that stage. I asked him if he loved me. He should love me by now. I thought, if he finally loves me, we could lure Taka in and kill him together and escape, toe in toe, as destiny wanted us to. As fate wanted you to. You stop the fake speech for 2 goddamn seconds. That's not justification for killing. And a job is... Huh? I wonder how many families lost people because you gave the... I don't want to hear any of that from you. Right, I'll get to that later. The traps were set up for Taka if he said yes, and for him if he said no. And he did something very stupid. He said no. So I decided to dispose of him and the troublesome secrets he had of me. Troublesome secrets? Oh, right. He had knowledge of me more deep than any sort of secret motive could provide, after all. Oh, no, Eiichi.
It's just been him and me together.
Eiichi. Eiichi. So it looks like they were friends at one point, and then I think she got creepy. And she fell in love with him. He didn't feel the same, and it got weird. I miss Eiichi. I miss him.
He was my one and only friend growing up. We shared everything. We shared every little secret, every wish, every grievance. We were closer than anyone. And as I grew older, he became my prince.
You were in love?
I was, I believe. There was no other path forward. Neither mine nor his emotions mattered in the end. It was meant to be us.
No, it wasn't. Eiichi didn't deserve what he got, okay? And I'm very upset with you, Yui.
It's what life wanted. It's what I wanted.
Just because it's what you want doesn't mean it's what he wants.
We were sharing secrets one day and I told him that I loved him and he started becoming very stupid. He told me no. He told me he just wanted to be friends. So I tried becoming more pretty. I tried acting more stupid. I isolated him from every other girl in his life.
Yes, because that's how you get the man the man you want. That's what you do. That's so stupid.
He asked me what the hell was wrong with me. He begged me to stop.
And you didn't.
He asked for his friend to come back. He said I had become emotionally damaging and abusive. Right. What foolish buzzwords. As the years went on, and I tried to keep him closer and closer, he tried to drift further away. I could not allow that. So, I did what needed to be done. But it backfired. He became a hermit. Locked himself indoors. Told me he never wanted to see me again. What a fool. What an idiot. What a childish creature. So when he couldn't move past his childish, unfounded grudge, I got rid of him. It was time for me to find a new prince.
What?
Of course. You've all stopped that.
So he didn't love me. There's no use in a friendship like that with no progression.
You did all of this because you couldn't let go of a friendship that you screwed up?
I screwed it up? I'm sorry. I screwed it up?
He was the one who couldn't man up and say yes. You were willing to let us all die so you could escape and get fame and a boyfriend or whatever?
And what's so wrong about that? Being all your secrets, none of you have a future.
Especially not you. Don't.
What? Don't you want everyone to know that the whole debatist girl next door thing is a farce?
What's going on? Lyra, that yearbook. You're not actually the... Yui, don't say a word.
What are you going to do if I tell everyone you're actually the ultimate con artist?
Ooh. A sharp noise resonated through the air. Oh, she punched her. She didn't even slap, she punched.
You manipulative, conniving!
What's with the sour expression? Mad your little secret got exposed? Now that everyone knows what a two-faced whore you are?
Two-faced? If that's anyone here, it's you!
I did what any reasonable person would try to do. Escape.
At least I admit I'm a terrible person. You seem to deny it in every way and hope the world just bends to your will.
Admit you're a terrible person? Is that why you lie about your talent and name?
Say what you want about my talent, but my name is none of your goddamn business.
Well, you just physically assaulted me, so I believe it is.
Shut up. I don't care about anything you have to say now. You used what I hide for Taki and my own safety to kill someone.
Get over it already. Why don't you go get knocked up again or something?
What?
Dare you!
What?
Whatever, you can cry about it later over some booze or lines or whatever you're killing yourself with this time.
Stop. You don't know what you're fucking talking about.
Oh, I do. Thanks to your help getting all the secrets. Thank you.
Go to hell, Yui.
Is it true?
Lyra, you're... Sorry. For the record, most of what I told you all is a lie. And I'm entirely aware of how self-destructive it is. But I won't attempt to deny or justify it. I'm a horrible person, that's it. You make your money your way, and I'll make it mine.
It was the only way to...
You can deal with that can of worms later. This is about me.
Be a good girl and inject God knows what into your veins while we talk, okay?
Oh my god. Stop. What's going... Like, what is... I don't... What is this? What is Takiko's involvement in this? I'm so confused. Again? How do you keep doing that?
It's just a neat little phrase I learned that shuts her up. Awfully useful when she's annoying. How long have you... I've been planning this for a while. It was the perfect plan. I would have been out of here by now. I would have been a celebrity if it weren't for... it walking in. You're welcome. I single-handedly unraveled your plan. You barely contributed to the trial. Can we just execute her already? She keeps making weird-ass faces. It's giving me the creeps. I'd love to, but it's not entirely satisfying to send someone off after they've seemingly already recovered from breaking down. So what now? Hey, Yui, what do you think your crime is? Crime? Sorry, I just found that funny. Are you being serious? Me? A criminal? God, what a crappy lie you tried to convince everyone of. I've never done anything that would get me arrested. I've just lived my life. A lie, huh? So, you think you're entirely and completely innocent? Yes. It's why I would have been respected if I got out so much. A clean, perfect ultimate with not a single crime on their plate, who by some blessing of fate was the sole survivor of a game meant to massacre criminal ultimates. Oh, so much noise. Do me a favor and shut up for now, huh? It's time for something special. Oh no.
Welcome to the third edition of Getting to Know Your Fellow Patients Better. Today, we're going to be getting to know Lyra, Amelia, and Yui. Let's get started, shall we? As Yui so graciously told everyone earlier, Lyra Chattel, ultimate debatist, isn't a debatist at all. Lyra Chattel is actually the ultimate con artist. However, that isn't her crime, as Hope's Peak actually specifically gave her that title after she attempted to enter the school under false pretenses. They saw her talents and thought they could use them. They also saw her connections with certain organized crime groups. Lyra Chattel has been involved in a very notorious organized crime group since the age of 14.
14? That's a baby.
During her time in this game, she has committed multiple felonies. However, the most consistent felony she's committed is the dealing of illegal narcotics. She has sold more narcotics than anyone else in the group. And it's not just narcotics. Sometimes Lyra would specifically pad out certain products with rocks, rat poison, and other damaging ingredients. This meant her customers would pay more for already dangerous narcotics that had been made even more dangerous due to her tampering. All in the effort to make them pay more for less. The Lyra that you knew is a complete lie. Almost everything she tells people about herself is a lie. Now, Amelia Carmine, ultimate pyrotechnician. Her crime is actually not wearing a seatbelt. Nah, I'm kidding. I wish it was at least something that stupid. What an absolute shocker! The self-proclaimed ultimate arsonist committed arson!
She burned a hospital? Why?
Sometimes the ends in life are the easiest ones. Still, it's super boring. So let's talk about Amelia's first time committing arson.
Is it because of her sister? She mentioned a sister, right?
So Amelia's dad owned this hospital, right? He was a doctor, one with a sizable income that Amelia willingly walked away from to live on the streets.
Why?
Don't know why you'd want to do that, but alright. But when Amelia ran away to live on the streets, she decided to leave her daddy a little present. Amelia burned down her dad's hospital to the ground with all the patients and expensive medical equipment inside.
With all what?
There were hundreds of casualties and a few deaths. Not that Amelia cared, as she was off to start her new life. What a completely selfish and impulsive thing to do for a bit of cathartic revenge. There are more healthy ways of dealing with your daddy issues, Amelia, but okay. And finally, Yui Aoide, the killer of Eiichi and the ultimate conductor. She claims she believes she she's entirely innocent and has done nothing wrong. Shall we see if she's right about that?
Oh my god.
Plot twist of the century, guys. She's wrong.
Eiichi, isn't he cute? Our love, my dearest darling. She had it coming. Wait, did she... It looks like, I guess Eiichi might have been interested in a girl who wasn't her, and she killed her?
As stated earlier, Yui has known Eiichi since they were very young. However, Yui started doing illegal things once he continuously rejected her.
Yeah, she's a stalker, clearly.
It started with little things. Verbal harassment, stalking him on social media. Then went to blackmail, stalking, threats, and continuous physical and sexual harassment.
Girl!
Yui did everything to make sure Eiichi's life would be hell until he said yes. And when he cut her out for good, Yui called a SWAT team to his house, accusing him of doing all the things that she was doing to him.
Oh my god! What?
During this SWAT, his dad suffered a back injury so debilitating that he was never able to work again. Yui did everything to ruin Eiichi and his family's lives. And for what? So she could date him? And still she says she's completely innocent.
She's nuts. She's crazy.
That concludes this episode of Getting to Know Your Fellow Students Better. Tune in next time to find out who is a literal bioterrorist. Just kidding.
Are you just kidding?
Or am I? Anyway, go watch something else.
Okay. That was illegal? I'm sorry, Amelia killed how many people doing that? I didn't think about anyone being inside. Just wanted to give my dad a big middle finger. I didn't think about the consequences. And getting hundreds of people injured and killed was the way of doing that. Grow up. I didn't have the time to think.
Why would you willingly want to live on the streets? I would do anything to have a doctor as a dad.
Everyone has their own reasons for running away. Indeed. I'm personally still trying to wrap my head around how the hell someone gets involved in organized crime when they're 14 goddamn years old. I don't owe you that explanation, and you don't want it. Everyone, shut up. Shut up, shut up. This is all a distraction. It's a distraction for what Yui did. She did to Eiichi.
It wasn't illegal. I was just trying to convince him.
You know, if you had to do all that just to try to get him to say yes, he completely hated your guts. I'm almost completely certain of it. Shut up! He loved me, he didn't know it yet.
No, Miss Hayode, it wasn't love. You wouldn't know what love is. You were trying to twist fate to suit you, but Miss Hayode, fate cannot change.
See, look at his creepy sprite. You're telling me he's not going to end up dying or a killer? I've had enough of your fate talk. You don't get it. No one gets it. I didn't ruin his life, right? I'm not a terrible person. You don't get it.
What's there to get? You tormented someone for years. You hurt them. You hurt their family.
Save your voice, Sugi. She won't be convinced. She's like one of those stubborn folk you get into internet arguments with.
Besides, none of it matters now. He's gonna get executed soon. Executed? What? That's how this game is done. Don't you remember the Magical Girl one?
No, I can't be executed. I'm a celebrity. I'm a legend. I'm a
conductor in an age where orchestral music is becoming less and less popular by the day. Let's put things into perspective here.
I can't die. I can't. I've got to get out. I refuse to die among disgusting filth like you when I am so clearly deserving of getting out. Get me out. Get me out. Get me out. I won't die like this. I'm gonna be someone in this world.
Okay.
I hope your exit is painful, and I wish for you never to return.
Okay, is Meanie.
I'm not dying here. I'm not dying in a shithole filled with maladjusted adults like this.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
It's punishment time.
Oh, here we go. You gotta admit, the execution music is always a bop. Chakras a sonapine. A pen? Oh. Oh. They decapitated her. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god.
What did we just... No, we saw nothing, didn't we? No one's dead, right? Right?
Kotaro, why do you look so ecstatic? He has stars in his eyes. Do you see he has stars in his eyes? That's disturbing. Listen, like, I know she was absolutely nuts. She murdered beautiful Eiichi, who we love dearly. But like, if you just watch someone get murdered and decapitated, are you gonna be... you gonna have that look on your face? What's with that look from him? Yeah, that's creepy as hell. What the hell are you doing? Smiling.
Celebrating. She deserved that. She killed Eiichi. She killed my best friend.
A shocking twist. Kotaro seems to now enjoy pain and suffering.
No, I don't. Stop putting words in my mouth. All that any of you do is put words in my mouth. I'm just so immensely happy he got the justice he deserved.
Kotaro is... Maiko type beat.
Not now, Taka. So, how are we all feeling, my lovely patients?
I'm sick of this.
Good. You're here then. I'm here to cure sickness.
This endless cycle of crimes, killing, punishment.
Oh, calm yourself down. It's only been 2 murderers. Hopefully that was the last parasite unworthy of redemption.
It's stupid. Really, what are you even doing this for? The authorities will come soon enough and... Yoshi, stop. Ray smiled at me. Do you have a death wish or something? It's not worth it to argue. No one is coming to help. We just have to collaborate. It's kind of hard to collaborate when everyone pushes me away for little altercations I've done in the past. I mean, he's not wrong. Listen, he's not my favorite, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Kiyoshi right now.
You did the same thing to me. Why is it so hard for you to deal with suddenly? Besides, those little altercations were literally kidnapping people. Amelia, you literally murdered sick people in a hospital. Need I remind you how many people your little teenage rebellion killed? We're not doing this again. They turned to look at me. We're not meeting like this again. God damn it, let's just accept that we're all terrible people and move on. Huh? Only one of us is innocent. It's highly likely if you're friends with someone who doesn't have their crime revealed that they could have done something terrible. So what are you going to do when that gets revealed? Isolate them? Disregard them? That's counterproductive and just going to lead to more deaths. God damn it, instead of just deflecting and saying, I may be bad, but so-and-so did this, let's accept what we did. Let's actually try and achieve this redemption Mononeko is talking about. Maybe there's something left for us. Maybe you're right. Huh? I see. Ray's smile grew as he walked over to me carefully, everyone else murmuring to each other. Bro, look at this dude's face. Look at his face. And you're telling me he's not gonna kill somebody. My heart dropped as he whispered a few words carefully into my ear.
That sounds just like something the person behind this would say.
Ooh, he's accusing us of being the mastermind. Ooh, that's interesting. Oh, this is... Ooh.
So, what was your name again?
Takiko Ushina, ultimate little sister, reporting for duty.
Whose voice is that?
You're taller than I expected.
I get that a lot.
We'll get you started tomorrow.
Get me started on doing what?
Benefiting us, as stated in the trade agreement.
Ew? What? How could the ultimate little sister be beneficial to these guards? That's disgusting.
Yes. Alright. Since I completely know what this is.
Are you really the right ultimate your country was meant to send?
Yep, Takiko Ushina in the flesh. I'm happy to make you smile.
I can't believe you're the one the government picked. Jesus. We could have had the pyrotechnician with endless firepower, or the wits and knowledge of the ultimate mentalist. But they chose the little sister instead. What were they even thinking?
Huh? What's happening?
I couldn't tell you.
What? Okay. So that got crazy. This is the end of chapter 2, which is very exciting. Also a little bit scary because I know as of right now, only chapter 3 daily life is out. The deadly life is not out yet. I think it's been a few months since daily life, came out. I do think I'm going to play chapter 3 after this, at least the daily life, and then wait until deadly life comes out. I think it should be fine because we'll see who the victim is, or if there's 2 victims, because it's chapter 3. There's usually 2. And because like the actual investigation and the trial and stuff are in deadly life anyway, so I think it would be fine if we do daily life. And it might be like, I don't know how many weeks, months it'll be until deadly life comes out. I'll keep waiting and I'll keep playing because I really enjoyed this game a lot. That was a little crazy at the end. That art CG with Ray and Shinku was crazy. I loved that. I loved that. I think I'm gonna make it the thumbnail for the next episode. It's start of chapter 3, to be honest. But anyway,
Thank you so much for watching. Did you expect it to be Yui? I didn't. I suspected Yui at the beginning in chapter 1. I had expected. Oh my, sorry, I'm so tired. Genuinely. It's very late. This has been 3 hours. I've been sitting here for 3 hours doing this. I'm gonna have to edit. I don't know how much, but yeah. I suspected Yui in chapter 1. I was a bit surprised that it was her in this chapter. I really thought Ray would have had something to do with it, but no, I was incorrect. Anyway, let me know what you think about this trial in the comments. We'll talk about it. I love to talk about Danganronpa and fan. I love to talk about it. So let's talk about it. And I will see you in chapter 3. I'm not sure when the start of chapter 3 will be up, because I'm not sure when I will have the time to play, but hopefully soon. Hopefully within the next week or so. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.